Alright, so in this video, I'm going to tell you about how the Lowrider is once again down. Let's check it out. What's going on YouTube? BK Low is back in the building. And I thought we were going to do a ride to go get the legendary fried chicken, which I'll show you the beginning of that.
Flashback.
Sorry about that, I was jamming out with my Lexus FT4 Pro. Alright, but in this video, we are gonna ride 200 plus miles for a chicken sandwich. Let's check it out. Alright, what's going on YouTube? BK Low is back in the building. And as you can see, we are crushing it out here, passing through the Boogie Down Bronx. And I'm currently riding into Brooklyn. I got about 120 miles behind me right now on this beautiful Saturday morning. And I'm riding into Brooklyn to pick up Jenny to bring her up to the campgrounds for the weekend. You know, try to get some of the last good days in this summer. But yeah, if you've seen some of my previous videos from the fall, then you saw us go to this legendary diner in the Catskills known as the Phoenicia Diner, which apparently they've opened up a roadside spot somewhere around Phoenicia that apparently has a really amazing fried chicken sandwich. So I'm gonna pick her up and then we're gonna proceed to do another 100 miles or so up into the Catskills for a chicken sandwich. And yeah, that's pretty much what today is looking like. But yeah, it's been a beautiful morning. I think I've made pretty legendary time again. You know, when you're able to ride really early on these Saturday mornings, especially coming down from the mountains, there's just no cars on the road, so you could literally just hold whatever high speed you want to hold for like 50 miles non-stop. And yeah, I think I left the Catskills around 7:30, and right now I'm definitely going to pull up in Brooklyn before 9:30, so that will mean that I will have done it sub 2 hours, which I think that means before 2 hours in racing lingo. Could be wrong. Really good time. Bike is running very, very good. It is late August out here, and it just feels amazing on this Saturday morning. You know, rolling back into the city for the first time in like a week. I thought the humidity would be a little bit worse, but I guess it's early enough where it's not too bad. But yeah, look at my beautiful city. Now that's a city. And I gotta say, this summer I've spent very minimal time in the city. Like, I've only gone back if there was a reason to go back. Like if I needed to get my bike fixed, or needed to buy an FXR, or hit a first MFG event, or pick up Jenny. It's really been the only reasons I've been popping into the city. And then besides that, I just leave, and I just stay in the Catskills. And I think that's partly been a reason why this is one of the best summers in recent memory. I've just had such an amazing summer and gotten so many good rides in that I'm very satisfied at this point. I'm very satisfied. So whatever horrors this fall is going to bring in, at least I can say that I got the most out of my summer. But that's really it. We're going to be shooting on to the BQE, picking up the lady, and then heading right back up north. So follow us along on our little adventure today. Let's see if that chicken sandwich was worth 200 plus miles. And yeah, I'll bring it back when we are back up in the Catskills. Peace.
End of flashback.
Alright, so back to Brooklyn. And now what we are dealing with is a blown out fork seal on the left side. I don't know if you can see it, but there is oil everywhere from the fork seal. And yep, that is not good. So more work for the Gotham Speed Shop.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Alright, let's go, girl. Literally oil everywhere. Fork oil everywhere. And that right there is riding motorcycles in a nutshell. Here I am, where you saw that clip, having a great day, made great time, flew down from the Catskills, did a very good amount of miles in a very small amount of record time. I love those early morning 17 runs. You know, I'm all set to pick up Jenny, bring her up there, ride to this legendary chicken sandwich spot, get some good miles in for the day, and then, you know, pull up to pick Jenny up. And lo and behold, there's oil all over the bike. And at first, I just assumed, I'm like, alright, it has to be the same oil leak that had just happened that the Gotham Speed Shop just fixed. Like, that would make sense. Like, you know, we were working on it. It was hard to locate where the oil leak was coming from. Like, alright. But then I remembered in the morning when I pulled this bike out, and there being a large puddle towards the front of the bike, and honestly I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, this must be something from what my dad was working on. You know, it couldn't be from my bike because that oil leak was so much further back. You know, it's not motor oil, so I'm only considering the only possible leak to be motor oil. I'm not even thinking about a broken fork seal. So I proceed to get on the bike and rip, you know, about 2 hours of highway miles, not even thinking about it. Pull up to pick up Jenny, and like I said, just having oil literally everywhere. And then, you know, I'm looking at the oil cooler because that's what the issue was with the oil leak that I just got fixed. You know, and it's completely dry. So I'm like, all right, it's not that. So then I followed it all the way up to the fork, and that was the culprit, the left fork. Now, as for the right fork seal, I blew that out back in 2018 when I was doing a ride with Nick Dyna Navy. Got that repaired. And then I installed Legend suspension, and I kind of assumed that, like, when you install front suspension that it automatically, like, you automatically have to change the fork seals. So I kind of assumed that would no longer be an issue. But Nick was telling me that it's actually the same fork seals. Those don't get switched out. So yeah, it actually makes sense, and I'm kind of surprised with the miles that we do, especially out here in Brooklyn, that I didn't blow it out sooner. So it's not surprising, but not the way I thought this day was gonna go. But you know, that's what you deal with when you ride motorcycles, especially putting in heavy mileage, doing these heavy mile days. At the speeds that we do them, things get broken. It's just frustrating to me because, like, we literally just got this bike out of the shop. Like, literally just got it out of the shop. You know, it took Nick about 3 days for us to just identify where the oil leak was. And that was good time. Like, he, you know, gave it the attention it needed, identified the oil leak. But, you know, I was without my bike, missing out on a lot of good summer miles. Patiently waiting, finally get the bike back, and lo and behold, boom, blown out fork seal. Cool story. So we're not gonna let it ruin our day. What we're currently doing is we are gonna ride to the road captain's house. He's not home, he's up in the mountains. We're gonna drop the bike off there. Hopefully there's, well, actually I know that there's space in the garage because he has his bike. So, you know, he'll get a little surprise when he goes to come home to have a, you know, Lowrider sitting in the garage. He's gonna pull up, and there's gonna be my Lowrider S, the 06 Dyna, and the new FXR all at the house. So man, that house is loaded with bikes, all of which need attention. It's amazing. It's just gonna be a garage filled with Dynas and FXRs that need to be fixed. I was really hoping that I could ride this out for the rest of the season without any issues, but I guess that was just too much to ask. Too much to ask. You know, and I was so close to hitting my goal of 40,000 miles. Let's see what we're at. Dude, look how close I am. 39,700. I only needed 300 more miles. Come on, motorcycle gods. Why would you do this to me? But whatever, we're not going to let it ruin our day. So we're going to drop this off. We're going to swap it out for the GTI. Getting a lot more caging in this summer than I thought I would. And then we're still just going to shoot up to the Catskills. And we're going to still check out that legendary sandwich spot and enjoy our weekend. It just means we might be taking the Sportster out a little bit more than I thought I would this summer. So if you see a dude riding around in a golden Simpson helmet on a Sportster, it might be your boy. Alright, but I'll let you guys know how it goes with this one. I'm sorry everyone that was looking forward to this bike running a little bit longer than it would after being in the shop for the last time, but thanks for everyone for following along with the headaches that these Dynas can become when they start to accumulate more miles. And yeah, I think, you know, just because the leak is pretty serious at this point, so I'm definitely going to take it easy on the ride back to the island. You know, we're not going to be throwing this bike around or doing high speeds or anything. Just take it easy. So I actually don't know what happens if you fully lose all of your oil in a fork. I can't imagine it being good, so we're not going to tempt fate here. We're just going to stay chill and stay low. But this is where you have to embrace a positive mental attitude, and you have to accept that part of running high miles on bikes that are far from new and far from modern come with a toll, and you just need to accept that. So when these breakdowns do happen, you don't let it ruin your day. You just keep on moving. And you let your buddies over at the Gotham Speed Shop do what they do best, which is fix FXDLS Brooklyn and Vongeslots Dynas as they progressively get more and more broken. So stay tuned. You know, if you want to see the progress on that, you know, you can check out Gotham Speed Shop. They are a shop that I support. You know, I'm sure they'll put up some progress updates. But don't worry guys, I'm okay. Jenny's okay, we're good. The Dyna will be back up and going. And you know what, I guess I'll use this time as a opportunity, you know, maybe do some editing or something, see what happens. But as always, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there and stay low. And BK Low is out.
What up YouTube? This is Paul Negran from Cluj-Napoca, Romania. Thank you for watching this video. Stay safe and stay low.